Hey people, I'm here today to do a very simple demonstration of how I paint blacks. I have repainted this and primed it black with surface primer from Vallejo. I find that this is pretty good. Alternatively, you can spray as well. So these are of course the Imperial Death Troopers. I have chosen to use white as a gentle highlight to basically bring up certain parts of the armor, so that the trick here really is to bring a bit of subtle shade to locations such as probably his head, where bits of it will catch light here as well, on the shoulders, the arms, a bit of the thighs just right here, and then also over at the back, which is here, these parts. So you'll see as I highlight these things, I'll show you through the process. I do use the Airbrushing only because its consistency is fantastic. It's a bit hard. It's very thin, so very little thinning is required. I used to use Vallejo's surface primer in the past, and I also used Vallejo's Game Air. But there once in a while it does get jammed, or my airbrush does get jammed. So this time I've used custom myself to using this. Outside of that, I also use a little pot on the outside just to make sure that the paint isn't flaky, because paint jams are probably the most painful one. You'll see there's a bit of that black, which was the original primer, and I'm just mixing and taking using my eyes to decide how light I want it to be. I can push all the way to white as well, but this is alright. I still have a bit of black in here, so I thought I'd just use a bit of grey to create that second layer of highlight to that good black armor that we have. Of course, the more layers that we have, the better. It will create a different effect. Now I'm basically looking out for like these kind of black specks. I don't want them to really enter the airbrush, the well at least. I'm just gonna wash this away. Top that into your cup. Here we are. I usually don't add too much, other than a bit of flow improver. I found the flow improver helps to lengthen its drying time. It also prevents it from choking up my airbrush. So I'm just going to start off with this Stormtrooper, Imperial Trooper. As you can see, I'm just going to test my airbrush, make sure it's clear. Just take a high point here. The trick really is to simulate just a bit of light jumping on the Stormtrooper's armor. Set this aside, go to the next one. Obviously, one of the best ways to do this is really to do them in a group. Not too much, subtle. I do tend to like to pulse my airbrush a little, because this pulsing does seem to have a better effect on the flow of the paint. So you'll start to see the layers build up, and as the layers build up, the paint becomes stronger. The intensity of the paint becomes stronger, and that's what we want. Don't want it to be too strong. It looks like a bit of primer got chipped off there. It's okay, nothing we can't fix. The good thing about this game is that you don't need too many duplicates of units. So once you've got the base color right for like a unit. You don't really have to worry about duplicating it. I go back usually to the first mini. Paint has somewhat settled. You can see how intense it is. And now I focus on the knees, top of the helmet, a bit on where the shoulder pads are. Places where I suspect light will catch the most. And you can notice how I angle the airbrush. It's always straight up. And then I change my miniature orientation if I feel that they need to catch a bit more highlights. Remember, for blacks, you have your shade is basically absent. So you want to highlight as fast as possible with greys, because greys then will give the illusion of depth. Chests, the knees, shoulders. That's where it works. And it's okay to spray a little extra because you can always shade it back. The depths with like pure black. You can actually just come back with pure black. Just hit those parts as well. I think these are good enough for me. Okay, I've got a bit more. Now Vader will of course get the same treatment because he is also black armored. His cape is also black. I want to catch the upper creases, so I do try to intensify it where the shoulders are, where the suit flares out a little. His face is a focal point, and his knees. A bit of his gloves. Here we are. It's a bit grey now. Operator Vader. Focus a bit on his face. Same thing. Where the cloak. Uh-oh, I've got a bit of speckling. I'm just going to clean up the nib. So usually just take a bit of an old brush, not just very gently. This protects the needle. Close it back up. Continue applying paint. Don't worry about the red saber. It's from an earlier paint job that I was trying but it didn't really work. So that's why I'm coming back with an airbrush. So with characters, I usually or human figures, I usually target the face. It's very natural for humans to be drawn to the face. Speckling again. It is a bit more grey. I think that's good enough. Just gonna finish it up there. nice since I've got a bit of grey paint in here. I'll just finish it on where I want it to be lightened the most. Awesome. There. So now they're all nice and grey, which is the second step in the process is just to go pure white. Now it's because it's De La Roni, I don't really put it outside of the cup. I've just cleared the airbrush and I'm just going to drop a drop in here, 2 drops maybe, 3. Just give it a bit of shake, put it on sight. So, flow is there. I'm just going to start with one of the models. Gently does it. These are what I consider contrast highlights. Yep, that's about it. Don't need too white because the armor is meant to be black. Something good about De La Roni is that it flows very well. Don't really need to add much, and out the bottle and spray comes in smooth. I wish they made more colors, to be honest. It would be really useful for us. But at the moment, white is a fantastic color for highlighting black. Painting with black armor. Dry little intensity changes when it dries, so bear that in mind. If you think it's gone a bit over, it usually isn't, because it will come back right down. Just do a bit of Vader, chest, knees, his cape. Bit of speckling from earlier, but nothing I can't cover with a bit of hand painting later. Okay, I think that's good enough. Again, always the face. Just a bit of his hands. Where the shoulder meets his cape. The rim of his shoulders is where very likely the light will catch the most. And there you go. That's Vader pretty much highlighted. I'm just going to catch a bit of his back of his head. Yeah. There you go. It's a beautiful cape, eh? Intensify the tops a little. Maybe a bit light there. I'll walk it down again. A bit of none oil, or just a black wash if you don't have none oil. Face. Checking these boys again. Face. That very lightly catch the light the most. And again, if you guys think that this is a bit heavy in terms of its highlights, it's fine, you know, because you can always go back with your blacks, which I tend to do, and then I just edge highlight with a very light grey to create that hard surface. That basically ends the... Oh, I've got a bit of white left. What should I do with this? Well, that basically ends the somewhat tutorial for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it and you found it useful. This is the result of it. Video's looking somewhat ready for the normal paint job. This is the one that comes with the core set. Bit rough the cape there since I've got a bit of white. Intensify the area. There we go. Yeah, that's basically it.